Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And this reading's for Taurus for December of 2017. The whole year's gone. Next time I talk to you, it'll be next year. Anyhow, I have a couple announcements to make, and I forgot to do it on Aries, and that's that the prayer class is out there, up and running. It has been for a month now, or 2 months, I believe, maybe. It's been out, and I want to tell everybody who's purchased it, thank you. We're going to have a little sale on it for the month of December, and it'll be reduced to $20. So if anybody wants to get it, if anyone's interested in psychic development, it's about the type of prayers you use for psychic development, mediumship, and it's a basic structure of how we form those prayers. It's a 2.5-hour class. There's a video out about it, but it'll be on sale for this month. And I forgot last month to say my husband has a website. It's megatoysplace.com, and it's an Amazon affiliate. You can go buy your toys or buy anything else you want off of Amazon over there. And what else? There was one more thing I was going to say, and I forgot it. It'll come up later on, I'm assuming. Anyhow, I've pulled 4 cards for the month, and I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month. We'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. I don't believe the cards will go week by week. I believe there'll be a theme that goes on throughout the month. Because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So now all of us Tauruses are named Frankie for the time of this reading. And since I'm not an astrologer, I looked up the astrology for us, and it's going to be in our 8th house, and that's all your partnership, finances, all your joint money concerns, estate, tax matters, working on trying to salvage things. It's also sex, so there you go, and death and regeneration, kind of like secret things too. And that's an interesting house to have it in, looking at the cards that we got here. Now we have a few words. They're creativity, birth, humor, respect, and release. And we had a jumper card, so I held it out on the side. And it's the 10 of Wands, and it was here for Aries too, but it came flying out of the deck when I was shuffling it. A lot of cards fly out, but this one, it flew out. So it's telling me a lot of us have been under a heavy load for a while, but it's the end of that cycle. So that's why I held the card for us, because it really is the end of the cycle. Our overall view is the 6 of Rods, or Wands, however you want to call it, and that's a card of victory. That means that I have come through, like, defeated everything that I had to get to the position. It's like when someone's coming up against me, like against my identity or anything like that, I may remain victorious. And because of that, I reap the rewards, which can be recognition, money, finances, respect. It can be creativity reborn, that word birth, start of a new enterprise, if we consider the 10 of Wands first. But I am victorious through my own effort, is what they're saying. And I've come up and above and beyond and held my, like a threat to my identity, is what I'm hearing in my head. So a lot of us Tauruses, with this victory card placed with that 10 of Wands, some of us Tauruses could have been having a bad marriage, partnership thing going on, maybe arguments at work that have been going on. There could be a lot happening with this card that we came up above and beyond, and because of that, we're going to reap the rewards, So I'm going to say, for all of us, for this month, if there's anything else that you need to do, or we need to do. If we have a talent, we should be using it to the best of our ability. If we have a talent, use it to the best of our ability. With this and that Ten of Wands card jumping out like it did, do not, I want to say, don't, how do I want to say that? Don't let the talents go unused. Also, if there's an idea that's in your mind, whatever it has to do with, you know, if I've been suffering, let's say, in a bad marriage, and it's time for me to get out of this marriage, right? Don't speak ahead of time. Get ready to do what I have to do before I do it, before I take that next step. That's the, I don't know, the thing that just flashed in my mind. If it's at work, have all my paperwork ready for the next project if I'm getting sent on ahead of time. So when it starts, I'm ready for it, because the next card is the Three of Pentacles. And that's an excellent, excellent card. This means recognition, rewards, once again, victory. This card normally, in my old deck, it has two people on there conferring with this guy. These are general readings, woman, man, whatever, conferring with him about a new project. So that means that I have a skill and I'm ready to use it. Sometimes with this card, I've mastered that skill, okay? I'm like getting up there with the best of the best at what I do. I've mastered the skill. I've overcome all the hurdles. People are coming to me because I am wise. I have good advice. You know, I can get the job done. If it's in that manner, they respect me, right? Sometimes with this card, I could be deciding I'm going to go back to school to enhance those skills that I already have. But because of it, this means money, prosperity, awards, recognition for work that I've done and done well, you know. And we have humor in here. So with that Ten of Wands, I'm going to say, what do I want? How do I want to put that? Take a deep breath, Taurus, right? Take a deep breath. I think we've went through a really trying time. Some of us have found out a few things that don't quite make us happy. Others of us are going to find out, based on the cards I'm seeing, some things that not making us happy. And we're going to make decisions, and we're going to birth a new beginning. That word birth is there. It could be birth and creativity together can mean some of us are getting ready to get pregnant or start a family. And that's going to be, you know, something that we really work towards, and we honed it in. It's in our 8th house, sex. There you go. That, you know what to do if you don't want it. And we have release in there. We have two cards that seemingly go together, and one of our words is release. So this is the Eight of Cups. If you'll notice, that's our next card. All these cups are standing upright. This is someone walking away from something that no longer serves them. All the cups are full. It could be a project I was working on that I just finally gave up because it's just not going through. Maybe that was our Ten of Rods card. Now we're victorious. We just took a deep breath and said, I'm letting it go. For some of us, this could be a bad relationship. We're taking that deep breath. We're saying, I'm getting my birth, that fresh start. Keeping my sense of humor. I'm leaving all of this behind. Now, what I'm going to say, Taurus, is normally you don't leave the full cups behind. So if there's something you need to release, we need to release, we'll release it, right? But this is also the card that brings in that word respect. If someone is not respecting us and our position in their life, then sometimes we turn our back on it. It can be just a simple thing like the card of agreeing to disagree. It can be a simple thing like the kid went back to school, but they'll return later. There's full cups here that are left and they'll come home later. It could be that. It's the holidays. So happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, all of that together to anybody of us that celebrate it. But there's two things here that are happening at the same time. It's all good. We got keep your sense of humor because the next card with this is the Page of Swords, okay? And this is the Eight of Cups. And both of these cards together tell me there may be a trigger. Some of us could have a younger person, a child or something. Here's a deal with the Page of Swords, okay? This Page of Swords here, he's the knee-jerk reaction. See that look on his face and the way he's holding that sword? I always think, when I look at this card, I think cocky and overconfident. So it could be this page, this particular one, can bring bad news with it. Like a kid, it could be a younger person. It's a swords card. It could be Gemini, Libra, is it Aries? Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know, one of those names. You can tell I'm not an astrologer, huh? But anyhow, a person, if it's a person, male or female, it's something or around them, it has to do with risky behavior. Behavior they shouldn't be doing. So if it was the kid from school, they could have brought back some kind of trouble with them. Maybe they didn't pass a test or did way worse, in their studies than we thought they were going to do. Hopefully this is not us. These readings can work both ways. Don't do anything that would be immature, because pages are immature. This page is so sure of himself. That sword's up and ready. He's absolutely sure he can battle or fight anybody. And he's always sure he's right, because he's the Page of Swords. So that attitude really is not going to be beneficial to us for sure, for absolute sure, so he also can be very jealous, maybe someone around us is acting like that, and we're just fed up with it and we're saying just get off to the side. But it feels like a separate situation from the Victory card, unless, like the Victory card tells us, we're going to turn our back on this kind of behavior and not, deal with it anymore. As in, look, getting yourself in trouble all the time. You want to go to school or don't you? If it's our kid, or if it's our husband, wife. You're out doing the partying, you're running around, you're doing this, you're doing that. You want to be in a marriage or don't you? It would be that kind of attitude that we should display towards that immature behavior. Like, you don't respect me? You think you're right all the time? Hey, buddy, hit the bricks. This is how this card feels. So some of us will deal with this kind of behavior. So with that in mind, when we make plans for anything, base it on the fact, not on a daydream. Even if I'm using my creativity, he kind of tells me the facts and the facts only, ma'am. What is it, that old Dragnet or something? TV show? You guys are probably way younger than me. But with him, watch out for any of this knee-jerk reaction. This guy's ready to fight at a whim, guy, girl, whatever. These are general readings. We don't need it. We don't want it, Taurus. We will turn our back on it. And because we are victorious and we have that 3 here, maybe with that 10 that jumped out, this 10 of rods here that jumped out on us, we've tried and tried and tried and tried to help somebody and to do right by them, and finally, end of the story. We're going to be victorious, and this is in Member estate, tax matters, partner funds, and we're going to be victorious. We're taking what's ours. We may walk away. You know, if I was thinking of this in a work situation, I think if I put in a resume with for the next level up in a job, with that Three of Pentacles, I was going to get it. Creativity, birth, fresh new start. I've done all the work with the Ten of Rods that allows me to have the respect. I got to tell you, that sense of humor and that release word may come in handy with this Page of Swords energy coming in. So if anybody's coming flying at us with that cocky attitude for no reason, and we've helped and helped. Now remember, these work both ways, so if we're the one doing it, don't do it, you know. If we're the one that is getting this disrespect from the Page of Swords energy, remember that sword has two edges on it. We're just as good at cutting off that type of energy, because the end result is the Star card, and that shows victory, skilled labor, even better and better, recognition, rewards. The Star card is the card of blending together the material and the spiritual realm. I have worked and worked to a state where I am comfortable in knowing who I am. Remember that what they said, crisis to my identity. With the victory card, I've come through it. I know who I am. I am working with the spiritual realm in order to bring into fulfillment that which is required in the material plane. She's pouring water. She's into water and earth. She's never missing a drop. Nothing is spilled. It's a consistent flow. She knows and receives everything that she desires. Okay? So end result is stand within ourselves. Whatever challenged us, we've come through. So this can be a better job, you know, more finances, because we know our stuff. If something's not working for us, we're going to turn our back on it and walk away. We're not going to do this in a, but they said, don't, if we have a really good idea, don't reveal them too soon, because there's a tendency in the earth plane right now for people to say, oh, that idea, that's mine. I gave it to him or her. And they didn't, and they knew I was working on it. So kind of keep your lip zipped. If it has to do with your creativity and birthing of something new, because we're in the flow of the universe, and we've worked very hard to get there, and we will be rewarded with the Star card with material plane assets, advantages, you know, positioning in the right place. And that's where we want to be. So don't let this cocky Page of Swords energy screw us up, because we've carried that load for a long time, and we are entitled to the respect. So if this Page of Swords energy, husband or wife, is maybe the victory card is I walking away from the marriage, I'm smart, I know what I can do, I can make more money, I'm turning my back on it. You know, you can be as cocky as you want, work with someone else, you know, do that to someone else, because I'm the star of the show this month. So if I was thinking about that as if, for anything, if I was going into, because this comes into partner assets, if I was going into court, I'd have a smart lawyer, I'd be walking away, I'd be maybe holding a little of that cocky attitude, knowing full well I can win the case, and I'd stay within the source, within myself, and my strength as a Taurus, my strength. I'm determined, I'm steadfast, you know, all those gifts that we bring to it. And I'm a very capable manifester, and manifestation with the Star card is on my side this month. So make sure it's facts. Your facts are right. We're not gonna, if this was a relationship, we're not gonna be real jealous or crazy out there, possessive type deal. But we'll know. We'll have our facts before us. If that Page of Swords is our kid, it's like, I'm not working with this anymore. I've warned you, warned you, warned you. You took the risk. You're the one that pays the consequence. If it's a husband-wife situation, you took the risk. You pay the consequence. You know, the Star card's there. That means that there could be like renewal within a relationship if that Page of Swords energy didn't go too far. Page of Swords, you know, I do know we have that release word, and we have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. So a lot of us will contend with that this month. We're not, obviously, because I see that Ten of Wands and the Victory card, none of us will tolerate, you know, like the bad behavior or the cocky attitude is just not there this month. We don't want to be the one that's, you know, crazy, jealous and possessive, and back up our facts. They said it to me again. If this is a relationship, make sure I have the facts, not a suspicion, but the facts. Okay? If I have the facts, the right thing to do is decide whether I'm going to release it, because I've been carrying the load. That's what they're saying. I've been carrying the load. Let's see what our angel card says. Oh, acceptance. How about that? Can't make it up here. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. That kind of goes right with this. As soon as I turn around, it's like, remember the sense of humor, Taurus. Especially dealing with that Page of Swords energy. Even if you have to zip your lip and turn your back and laugh later, it's really gonna be handy, because release is there. You know, you can accept something as if it happened. Doesn't mean you have to hold it with that animosity and hatred and all the rest that we can build up in it because of that cocky attitude coming at us. It's just like, oh well, go your way, I go mine. Kind of like that. It says you receive this card today to help your relationship with yourself and others. The next time you're tempted to judge yourself or someone else harshly, pray for their health and happiness instead, or walk away if you can't. It says the more positive route builds self-esteem, harmony, and heals relationships, you know, because maybe some of us have children or whatever. If we're turning our back on this, you want to have a harmonious relationship. It says additional meanings. Notice how much better you feel when you think positively about yourself and others. Don't try to control or change others. That's the one thing we can't do. But we don't have to support it if it's bad behavior. Let go of tendencies to force things to happen, and you'll receive your desired or better outcome more peacefully. Remember that Page of Swords? The sword has edge on both sides, and he's sure of himself. When one door closes, another one opens. This is going to be an interesting holiday, isn't it, Taurus? Well, I want to tell you all thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you for your subscribes 3 times over. I cannot believe it. This little tiny channel went over 10,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. When I started this, I thought, well, maybe 2 or 3 people find me. The intent was to help those that couldn't have reached me otherwise. And I guess you guys really proved that after 10,000 people. I'm kind of floored. I didn't know. My husband told me, and I was like, really? But thank you all. Thank you for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I can't write back a lot of times. I'm really busy. I'm a full-time, this is what I do. Full-time, it's my job. But I read each and every one of them, and I appreciate all of them. Anybody who wants to just know more about me, you can go to the website, and the information on the prayer class will be over there too. And like I said, we're having a sale for the month of December on it. It's a 2.5 hour class, a little video out here to watch it. And if you know anybody that's trying to get into this type of work, it's a really good structure for them. So if you want to get it for them for a Christmas present too. Videos over at the website too, and if you want to set an appointment with me, all of the information is there at the website. And to everybody that I've met through doing these YouTube videos, and to all of you that I've met through doing readings for 28 years, I want you all to know it's an honor and a privilege to be able to have served you. And I will see you next year. Bye-bye.